Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode. One of the best card games to ever come out from the past 30 years is back with an exciting new edition. The game also received a recommendation for the prestigious Spiel des Jahres in 1996. So what is this game, and what is it all about? Welcome to the world of Moo. Moo and More is a fun collection of card games featuring a variety of playstyles and mechanics. Originally released in Germany as Moo and Mer by Doris and Frank in 1994. This game collection was designed by the talented duo Doris Matthäus and Frank Nestel, with illustrations by Matthäus herself. Accommodating 2 to 8 players, games in this collection typically last around an hour, allowing for flexible playtime by adjusting the target score. In 1996, Moo and More received a recommendation for the esteemed Spiel des Jahres, solidifying its status in the world of board games. Over the years, it has seen multiple editions, released by various publishers, including Doris and Frank, Amigo, Rio Grande Games, and Dice Tree Games. Notably, in 2003, Rio Grande Games published an English edition of the game. While Moo's the centerpiece of the collection, it also includes rules for several other games. Moo, The Last Panther, Wimul, Rumu, Safaru, and Calcary, which is only available in specific editions. Moo stands out as a top trick-taking game, where players declare bids by revealing cards. The highest bidder becomes the chief, while the second highest becomes the vice. Both choose a trump, number, or suit, and the aim is to capture tricks for points. The chief partners up to cover their bid for bonus points, while the vice and other players work to thwart this goal. The game features a deck of 60 cards, divided into 5 color suits, each containing cards numbered from 0 to 9, with 2 each of the 1 and 7. Cards also display triangles indicating their point values. In 2007, Moo reappeared in a card game collection published by Amigo and Rio Grande Games, titled Moo and Lots More. This collection included 4 trick-taking games from different authors, including Doris Matthäus, Frank Nestel, Stefan Dora, Karl-Heinz Schimmel, and Gunther Burkhardt. The 2020 Dice Tree Games edition included all 6 original games from Moo and More, and introduced a new game titled Gaidra, designed by Chung-Hyun Baek. In 2024, HeidelBÄR Games released a new revised edition of Moo and More. This version includes modified rules and cardboard components to help track gameplay, although players can still use the original rule set to play. In today's video, I'll be featuring the 2003 release of Moo and More from Rio Grande Games, the 2007 release of Moo and Lots More that is also from Rio Grande Games, and the new Moo and More revised edition from HeidelBÄR Games. Let's dive into a side-by-side comparison. Then I'll show you how the game is played and give you my final thoughts afterward. Here are the components and game boxes from the 3 games. Please note that I've only included the necessary components for Moo and More from the 2007 game, Moo and Lots More. So let's get started. Game boxes. Rulebooks. Playing cards. The 2003 Moo and More and the 2007 Moo and Lots More included scoring overview cards. The HeidelBÄR Games version also includes Crown Indicator, Crown Bid Tokens, Shield Indicator, Shield Bid Tokens, Trump Indicator, and Trump Tokens. Now let's dive into the tutorial and explore how to play using the HeidelBÄR Games edition with the revised rules. This tutorial will guide you through the game of Moo, using the revised rules for 3 to 6 players. If you're interested in learning how to play the game with 2 players, the original rules, or exploring other games from Moo and More, please check the link in the description for all necessary files. Let's dive in. Moo is a trick-taking game that incorporates bidding as wagers and team-based mechanics. Your objective is to score points by winning tricks and earning bonuses. Game setup. For 4 to 6 players, randomly choose a first dealer. The dealer shuffles all cards and deals an equal number to each player. For 3 players, remove 1 complete suit from the deck. Deal 15 cards to each player and place 3 cards face down in a stack. After the auction, the crown player adds these cards to their hand and chooses 3 to place face down on their points pile. Tokens. Set out the 3 indicator tokens, all trump tokens, and all shield bid tokens. Take the required crown bid tokens for your player count, as indicated on the back of the crown indicator, and arrange them in numerical order. Auction process. An auction determines the roles of crown and shield. The process is as follows. 1. Display cards. Starting with the dealer and proceeding clockwise, players can reveal any number of cards from their hand, placing them face up in front of them. Passing is also an option and does not prevent future participation. 2. Receiving roles. The player displaying the most cards gets the crown indicator. The player with the second most cards receives the shield indicator. Indicator movement. Crown. The first player to display cards claims the crown indicator. Shield. The first player to display an equal or fewer number of cards than the crown claims the shield. Role changes. If a player displays more cards than the current crown, they take the crown, and the former crown player becomes the shield. If someone displays more than the shield but fewer or equal to the crown, they take over the shield. 3. End of auction. The auction concludes when all players pass consecutively. Rare cases. If only one player displayed cards, there is no shield team, no shield trump, and no shield team win bonus. If no cards are displayed, reshuffle and deal again. Filling the indicators. The players with the crown and shield indicators count their displayed cards. Find the corresponding bid token and slot it into their indicator token. Team goal. This indicates how many points the crown team needs to win. Bid bonus. All team members receive this bonus if they win. Selecting trumps. 1. The crown and shield players choose their trumps, which beat all other cards. The shield selects a minor trump, either a color or a number. The crown then selects a major trump, which outranks the minor. If a color and a number are chosen, their combination is the highest trump in play, which is called the super trump. Both players may opt for no trump, resulting in one or no trumps in play. 2. Place the chosen trump tokens in the crown or shield space of the trump indicator. Forming teams. After the trumps are selected, the crown player chooses a partner, which can be anyone except for the shield player. The crown and their partner form the crown team. All other players are on the shield team. In a 3-player game, the crown plays solo while the other 2 form the shield team. Playing tricks. Displayed cards. All cards revealed during the auction remain on display until played. Leading the trick. The crown player starts by playing one of their cards to the center. The winner of the last trick leads the next one. Following suit. Players must follow suit based on the first card played. If a trump is led, players must play a trump. If unable to follow suit, any card can be played. Important. Trumps are no longer part of their original color suits. If a trump is led, only any trump, either minor, major, or super, can be played to follow. Winning the trick. The player who plays the highest card of the led color wins the trick, unless a trump is played, in which case, the highest trump wins. If multiple players play the same highest card, the first one to play it wins. The winner collects all won cards in a face-down personal point stack. End of a hand. Once all players have played all their cards, scoring begins. Scoring. 1. Personal score. Each player scores the sum of the points on their cards, either 0, 1, or 2 points per card. Check who won. The crown team members total their points to see if they met their goal. If they did, they win the hand. Otherwise, the shield team wins. 2. Bid bonus. The winning team multiplies their bid token value by the number shown on the indicator. times 10 for the crown and times 5 for the shield, and scores the product. 3. Trump bonus. The winning team scores the points indicated on the trump token chosen by their leader, crown or shield. Next hand. Choose a new dealer who shuffles the deck and deals a new hand. End of game. While it's recommended to play 3 to 4 hands, you can agree on any number with all players. After all hands, sum your scores. The player with the highest total points wins. Changes. Key differences between the original Mu and the revised edition. Terminology. The chief is now known as the crown player, and the vice is referred to as the shield player. Consequently, the teams are now called the crown team and the shield team. Auctions. Auctions will always feature a crown player, eliminating the possibility of a stalemate. The sole tiebreaker for determining the crown and shield players is whoever displays the most cards first. New indicator tokens provide a clear indication of which players will take on the roles of crown and shield as the auction unfolds. Choosing trumps and partner. The mechanics remain largely unchanged, with both the crown and shield now having the option to select no trump. Enhanced indicators allow players to see the selected trumps, the amount bid by the crown player, and the crown team's team goal. Trick-taking. This aspect remains consistent with the original version of Mu. Scoring. All team members receive equal bonuses upon winning, although the crown team will naturally score more points. Scoring is strictly positive. No player or team can achieve negative points. The updated scoring system includes individual players earn points based on their own tricks. The winning team receives a bonus calculated from their leader's number of cards bid. 10 points per card for the crown, or 5 points each for the shield. Trump bonuses are now assigned in increments of 10. Color trumps are worth 10 points, while 1s and 7s are valued at 20 points, and so forth. Finally, bonus points. The combined bid bonus and trump bonus are no longer limited to a maximum of 100. These are the key differences between the original Mu and the revised edition. I absolutely love Mu and more. The gameplay is incredibly fun and addicting. I'm thrilled that the game has returned with a brand new edition for new players to discover this cult classic title. All of the games included in Mu and More are tons of fun too, each unique in its own special way. Unfortunately, Calgary wasn't included in the new revised edition. However, you can add a few discs of similar colors to play. The other 4 games are also playable with this revised edition, including Safaru. The revised edition streamlines the original game's rule set, making it easier for new players to get into the game. Although, players can still choose to play with the original rule set. Personally, I enjoy playing with the original rules. What I really appreciated in the revised edition is the inclusion of various indicators to keep track of gameplay. This was a game changer. You can easily monitor all the different trumps at a glance and see how many bids the chief or crown requires without any issues. I wish the game included the original rule set and all the various games within the revised edition's rulebook. However, the publisher provides QR codes within the rulebook to access all these rules and files, including a scoring sheet and new 2-player variants of Mu, all available on their website. The artwork in the revised edition is fantastic and illustrated by the talented Doris Matthäus. You'll feel right at home with the artwork. It looks strikingly similar to the original and older versions of the game. The font was changed and the triangles that indicated point values in the older editions have been replaced with new circles that include illustrations of the corresponding creature or animal. The iconography is well done and easy to read, making the game accessible to both left-handed and right-handed players, as well as colorblind players. The components used in the revised edition are standard. The cards shuffle well and are easy to handle. The cardboard used for various tokens has standard thickness. All components are durable and can withstand many play sessions. The game box includes a basic insert, and all components fit snugly back in the box. Although with sleeved cards, it would be a tight fit. As I mentioned earlier, the gameplay is incredibly fun and addicting. This game was the best trick-taking game from the 90s, and I'm so glad it has returned for new players to discover. It's a brilliant game. The revised edition makes it more accessible for newer players, offering a smoother and easier gameplay experience. However, you can always opt to play with the original rules if you prefer. Additionally, in the revised edition, there are no stalemates and no player can lose points. The game is easy to learn and teach, and it's fast-paced. The various games included are all quite enjoyable, and I highly recommend trying them all out. Some of the games included in this collection of card games are awesome for 2 and 3 players too. Mu plays best with 4 to 6 players. I wouldn't recommend playing it with 3 players. And I haven't tried the new 2-player variant designed for Mu. Overall, Mu and More is one of my all-time favorite games. The various games included are all super fun and extremely enjoyable. I'm so glad to see the game come back with an exciting new revised edition for players to discover this awesome gem of a game. I'm super glad to see older games returning with newer versions. This is a must-play card game collection. Now with this new version being available and affordable, players can avoid scalpers and their outrageous pricing. Now gamers can finally rejoice with this latest release at last. I'm starting to share my favorite games from my collection, so be sure to subscribe and give a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. I'd also love to hear your thoughts on today's game. Until next time, take care. Peace.